years to the day when NASCAR first made Daytona the world center of speed. The homecoming is about to happen. The only ticket tougher to obtain or is for a seat in one of those 43 cars now resting on pit road. Good day, everyone, and Ken Squire with you. Welcome to the 40th annual $7 million Daytona 500. And what is it, you may ask, that makes this race so special, this day so very special? For some, it's the final act of an annual ritual, a mysterious mixture of speed and color. It's the fascination of watching 43 men commit themselves to the trial, to the danger of near 200-mile-an-hour speed, inches apart. Gene Shepard once said, if horse racing is the sport of kings, then auto racing, this furious and sometimes brutal game, is the sport of friends. New or old, come along, friend, and enjoy the great American race. And it starts with Dick Berggren of Stock Car Racing Magazine on pit road.
Thanks, Ken. Starting on the outside of the front row, two-time national driving champion, Texas Terry Labonte. He has finished second 3 times in the Great American Race. He has never won it. How about today?
Well, I don't know. Our Kellogg Chevy was pretty good in practice, but, the competition is pretty tough, and it's a long race, so we're just going to do our best and see what we can do.
Starting on the pole position in the fastest car in the field, his brother, Bobby Labonte. Weather is an issue today. Rain is in the forecast. This could be a rain-shortened event. Bobby, how would that affect your strategy?
Well, want to be up front if it does start raining. I know that, but right now we're just going to race the racetrack. It's a long race. If it doesn't rain, and try to keep this Interstate Battery Pontiac running really good for a good day.
Good luck to you. To Ken Squire.
We're down to it. This is the moment. They're ready to fire them up and begin the Daytona 500. Let's go trackside for the command that gets it all underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you, the great fans of NASCAR, now join with Governor Bill Graves in issuing the most famous words in motorsports?
Gentlemen, start your engines.
We're ready to go. The 4 words that mean so much, that send those shivers up your spine, have been given, and we'll be back for the start of the 500 momentarily.
In celebration of NASCAR's 50th anniversary, CBS Sports coverage of the Daytona 500 is sponsored by Mobil 1 100% synthetic motor oil. Nothing outperforms Mobil 1. Pepsi, who invites you to join Generation Next. And by Ford, makers of vehicles that are built to last.
Largest crowd in Daytona history, held in suspense, awaiting the green flag from Dan Marino today. There's the man they're all talking about, as they did a year ago, Jeff Gordon, defending champion of the Daytona 500. Let's go topside right now for the folks who'll make the call on this 40th annual Great American Race. Mike Joy standing by with Ned Jarrett and Buddy Baker.
Thank you, Ken. NASCAR, of all major professional sports, is the only one to start their season with their biggest and most prestigious event, the Daytona 500. Teams have had all winter to prepare. But Ned Jarrett, there's been a lot of preparation and a lot of speculation of what will happen today.
A lot of questions to be answered, Mike. The new Ford Taurus, first time it's been on the track with 43 cars out there. It's untested for 500 miles. And the GM teams have a new engine combination. It's untested for 500 miles. You have some drivers with new teams and some drivers with new teammates. How will all that play out? Then there are 6 drivers in the field who are making their first ever Daytona 500 start. That's just some of the questions that will be answered here today.
Well, now, when Buddy Baker won this race in 1980, if you had the fastest car, and you did, you put your foot down, and you did, and you passed everybody to win the race. Today, it's a different game out there.
Well, it is. The cars have to stay in good track position. One thing they have to do is stay with other cars to draft. A few years back, when you didn't have the restrictor plate to pull the horsepower out of the engine, you could run a pack down. You could actually fall back and pull back up into the pack. You can't do that anymore. So pit stops, teamwork, and great drivers will win the race today, not just a heavy foot.
56 teams came to Daytona. 43 will start the Great American Race. Here's the starting lineup. For the first time ever, brothers are on the front row, the Labanis, Bobby and Terry. In row 2, Sterling Marlin, two-time winner, and Dale Earnhardt, his 20th try to win this race. Dale Earnhardt, a two-time winner, and Mike Waltrip, second in their qualifying race. Jimmy Spencer, winner of the Bud pre-shootout, and Mike Skinner, last year's pole sitter. Ward Burton, 8th last year, and Ernie Irvin, the 1991 winner. Derek Cope, who was in victory lane in 1990, and Rusty Wallace, his 16th try to win the big race. Jeremy Mayfield, 6th last year, and Jeff Burton, 5th 2 years ago. Mark Martin, his best finish is 3rd in 95, and Lake Speed, 2nd in 1985. John Andretti won the 400-miler here last July. Andy Hillenberg, two-time ARCA champ. Bill Elliott, a two-time winner of the 500, next to rookie from Vermont, Kevin LePage. Chad Little, his 7th 500, and Bobby Hamilton, new into a car that has won here 3 times. Mike Wallace hopped in Phil Bartol's car early in the week. Greg Sachs, last 8 years, 8 different teams he's driven for. Jeff Bodine, the 86 winner, next to Connecticut rookie Jerry Nadeau. Rick Mass finished 4th in 1991, and Joe Nemechek won yesterday in the 300-miler. Jeff Gordon, defending champion of the 500, and Robert Presley makes his 5th start. Ken Schrader, a hard crash Thursday, but he's ready to go for that $1 million bonus, and Ricky Craven, 3rd a year ago. Long Island rookie Steve Park driving for Earnhardt and ageless Dick Trickle. Dave Marcus, his 31st straight 500, and rookie Billy Standridge. Ted Musgrave finished 4th here in 95, and rookie Kenny Irwin Jr. Kyle Petty, 3rd generation driver, and Ricky Rudd, 3rd in 81. Steve Grissom, last year the front row, this year the back row for he and provisional starters Brett Bodine, and the champions provisional to the 1989 winner, Darrell Waltrip.
There are 43 cars in the field here today, racing for 500 miles, 200 laps on this 2.5-mile track. Fuel went to 45 to 50 laps, racing for more than $7 million, and the race record was set by our own Buddy Baker back in 1980. Let's take a look at this Daytona International Speedway. Here's the start-finish line, 18 degrees of banking here, 31 degrees of banking in the turns. What does 31 degrees of banking look like? We'll bring our graphic up here, our car. That's what it looks like, but to the drivers, when they go into the turns at 200 miles an hour, it looks almost flat. In today's race, you will have 18 new Ford Tauruses. You will have 3 Ford Thunderbirds, 16 Chevrolets, and 6 Pontiacs.